Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Annie and I'm going to bring you your weekly channeled reading. Before I dive in, quick announcement. I did actually have to cancel the Soulwise Gathering for September, which I am disappointed, but I am just trusting that it's making space for the next amazing thing. So that's my news. Let's take a look at what we got. What's the energy theme from Rainforest Wisdom this week? The tarantula. So when the tarantula comes up, it means that we have outgrown something. It means that we are ready for our next big thing. But in order to get there, there's typically a process that might feel a little uncomfortable, like the shedding of a skin. And with the tarantula, it's the molting of the exoskeleton. There's all of this new, bigger spider inside of this exoskeleton that needs to emerge and come out. But in order to do so, it really has to kind of get, through this like itchy, awkward, somewhat struggling process to recreate itself, to emerge as something new and inevitably create relief and a more fitting space for itself. So that's the metaphor for the energy of this week. Let's go in with our higher selves and our guides and see what we can get. Well, what's funny here is that I'm seeing that once this process starts, it could actually happen rather quickly in some area of our lives. When I say the process, I mean this kind of sloughing off, shedding off, awkward transitional process. It feels like it could just drop in and happen and then be kind of like done over, which is not typically how I see this energy a lot of the time when I look at it in a reading. But this week looks unique in that way. It might be in an area of our lives where that process is just, we're really primed for it, we're really ready for it. Or it could be in an area of our lives that is less consequential, something that's a little bit easier to process or something that's a little bit faster to process. But when we're done with it, we're just done and we've moved on. And remember, while we are in this transitional moment, that we aren't meant to go backwards. We can only go forwards. So once we begin this process, it's better to just commit to it and work through it and look at it, process it, move through it, transition through it, whatever this looks like for us, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, however this looks. Once this process gets started, we're being encouraged to really drop in, commit, and move through it. We're really making space. We're making space here for what is next. And because what is next in our lives is ready, we're ready for it. And as we make this space, we invite in something new. We invite in a fresh, evolved, futuristic, transformed version of ourselves that has a higher capacity, whatever it is that we're looking at here, whatever area of our lives this is happening for us in. It's like this movement forward, this change opens us up to a higher capacity for whatever area of life we're moving through. Interestingly, we may have recently seen somebody or seen something out in the world that deeply inspired us, and that has kind of provoked this transformation. Sometimes it can be really helpful to have an example out in the world to show us what's possible so that we can move toward a thing more easily. It helps us visualize what something like that looks like. And so for some of us here, it's because suddenly we see what's possible. We've noticed something out in the world that inspires us. We've been inspired, and that inspiration has helped this shift happen. It's important to have compassion for the version of ourselves that we're growing out of. And remember that it's not because we're rejecting a part of ourselves or rejecting our past or rejecting our ways of showing up or our behavior, but rather honoring those pieces that have got us to where we are today, and being compassionate and accepting about the version of ourselves that we've grown out of. And our guides are saying, don't underestimate the transformational power of whatever this is, even if it might seem like it's something small or in a small area of our lives. This big shift can actually set us on a new path, is what I'm seeing. It can actually set us on a trajectory that we aren't seeing yet. And so supporting ourselves through these shifts is really important right now, and moving through them with self-compassion, with commitment to the process, and being open to what's next, even if we don't have a clear vision of what's next. Allowing ourselves to look out into the world, be inspired, move forward, and let the process evolve in the way that it's meant to look for us, because we are not other people. We are on our own paths. We are creating our own pathways forward. Okay. All right. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.